Panda Deep again. I've got another tutorial for you. I hope that you've enjoyed the previous ones I've done. This one is again another crafting one, and what we're going to look at the moment is how to craft a hammer. And you're going to need a hammer to be able to build some of the structures. So the first thing you need, again very similar to the axe, instead of one rock you just need 2 rocks. And if you can see here, I've put a stick down on the ground. Again, that's how you do your crafting, put everything down on the ground in a bundle. And I've put the stick here, I put the 2 rocks, and I've put the lashing together. And as you can see, if I left click, you get a few different things that you can make. And because the axe, you only need 1 rock, if you bundle more than what you actually need, it will still work. It'll just pick what it needs out of it. And there's your crude hammer, 1 rope, 1 stick, and 2 rock. And of course we can build a campfire, but I think that's picking it up from the other sticks that I have just lying here. I've gone and collected a few things just so that you guys don't have to wait as long while I'm running around getting stuff. But anyway, so let's craft a hammer. Now if we don't craft a hammer, we can't create any of the other stuff. So we will grab our hammer that is now gone in the middle of everything. There's our crude hammer, and we are ready now. Now as you notice, now that I've got the hammer, have you noticed everything's gone blue? Well, now we can craft different things. So if we left click, it's saying that now we can build a foundation. So I want to show you that because you can build a whole shelter, which is really cool. So the first thing we're going to do is look at the foundation, and you need a foundation before you build any walls or any roofs or anything like that. You've got to have a foundation, and you need 8 sticks for that. So you're going to have to do a lot of tree cutting, but as you can see, there's certainly a lot of trees around. You can only cut these palm trees, as I said at this stage. You can't cut any of the other bushes or trees. Alright, so we just hold down our button, hit foundation, and suddenly we have a foundation. So we've got to find a really cool place to put our building. So I think right here is fine at this stage. Just for this tutorial, I think we'll just shove it right there, and there we go. We now have a foundation, nice and tough, that we can bounce around. By the way, if you hit the space bar, that's how you jump up and down. Space bar on your keyboard. Alright, so let's see. Now what I wouldn't mind doing is putting another foundation, because I want this to be a fair size. So I'm going to do it again, and to do that you can jam it right next to the other foundation. So there you go. So it clicks right next to it. Now suddenly we've got something that's a little bit bigger, and something we can use a bit more. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go and search for a bit more, because I'm going to make this 4 sections of foundation, because we want to have it a fairly decent size. But I'll show you that later. What I'll show you now is how to build a wall. So at the moment I don't think I've got enough to build a wall. Let me have a look. What have I got? I might still have to go and collect some other stuff. Yep, no, I don't have enough. I need some more sticks. So I'll come back to that, and I'll see you in a minute. Okay, I've collected a little bit more wood now, and I'll show you doing a wall. But before we start with the wall, you need some supports to hold that wall up. So this is what we need. So for a support, we need 1 stick. Okay, for a wall, we need 4 sticks and 2 palms. And for a roof, we need 4 palms and 4 sticks. So I'll start off with the supports. So this is what we need. So we obviously need a foundation. So we just walk over to where we need it on the corners and press the left mouse button, and we suddenly have a support. We go back, left click, pick what we want. So we want support again. We'll go to the other corner, put that there. We now have our other support. You just keep doing that until you have all supports. You only need 4, of course, but the bigger you make it, the more we're going to need. So this one, I would probably put one there in between. to give it a little bit more support, because otherwise the wall's not going to reach. I'm going to put one here, because the wall will only go from there to there, and if you don't have one there, then it's not going to work. Probably need one here as well. So I'll grab a stick. Okay. Alright, there you go. So we now have our supports. Now let's just put one wall before it gets too dark. We need 4. Oh, I don't need you. Come on, stick. Oh, it's definitely getting a bit dark. Let's stick here. Okay, let's do a wall. So the wall will come like this, as a red rectangle, and wherever you want to put it, so if I shift it between supports, it can go that way. So if I want it on the wall here, all I've got to do is move in a position where that will work. So it doesn't really matter where I want it. Let's say we put it on this side and put it in between the supports, and left click, and then suddenly we have a wall. Alright, so along is coming our little shelter, and again it looks like if we're going to be cast away on this island for a long time, it's probably a good idea to have somewhere to stay. And then you just continue going along until you complete the whole lot. So I will go and do that, and I'll show you what it looks like. Okay, so now we've put up our walls. I'm going to leave this space here. This is going to be our door. But as you can see, we've put all our walls up. It's just been raining before, but now the weather has changed and it's nice and sunny. So we've put all our walls up that I want to put up for my structure here. But hey, we are missing a roof. We need to have a roof. So once again, I've gathered some more materials that I need for a roof, and as I'd mentioned before, if you do hold down your left mouse button, you can look at the things that you can create. One of those things is a roof, and for a roof we need 4 sticks and 4 palms, and so we're going to left click on that, and we now have a roof. So we can go and place that roof where we want to have it. So we're going to place it there, and that gives us a little bit of shelter here, underneath the weather. But I will put another one here, but as usual I'm going to go and collect some stuff, because it takes you long enough to collect materials to craft things. I'm sure you don't want to sit here watching me do it, so I will leave you, and I will go and collect some more materials to make the rest of my roof, and then I will show you my shelter when I'm done. Alright guys, I've got the materials left for the rest of the roof, but I was just going to mention also that I would suggest, it seems to happen for me, I'm not sure if it happens for everybody else, but when you're going to prepare anything like the wall or the roof and you're going to craft it, put your materials close to the shelter that you are building. I don't think it works when you put it too far away. It doesn't realise you already have a shelter. Not sure, but that seems to be the case for me. I've always got to bring the materials close by. So anyway, we're going to left click, and now we can build another roof. I'll build that out of the materials I've got, and I'm going to put the roof right there. So now, as you can see, we have our shelter complete. We have somewhere that we can stay out of the weather, out of the sun, somewhere we could store stuff. So we could go and pick up our coconuts, put them in our shelter if we wanted to. There you go. And somewhere we can put a bed, which in the next tutorial I'll show you how to make, and I'll also show you some other things that you get to eat, and all the different things you can eat on the island. Anyway, I hope that's been helpful. If there's anything particular you'd like to see, or something else you'd like me to cover, just let me know. Alright guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next tutorial.